Hello, it's Ronnie here from Solar Panel Installers UK. If you've been looking into solar, you've probably noticed something. Most websites tell you roughly how much a system costs. They'll often tell you how many panels you may need. Some will even estimate how much electricity you could generate each year. And all that information is useful, but there's one more thing worth considering. Actually, I'd say it's probably the most important part because none of those figures know anything about your home. They don't know how your family uses electricity. They don't know whether you're planning to buy an electric car, whether you're thinking about adding a battery, whether you're at home during the day, whether part of your roof is shaded for a couple of hours every afternoon, for example, or whether your current electrical installation setup is ready for the solar system that you're considering. Those are the things that determine whether solar performs well over the next 20, maybe 30 years. That's why we've added a section to every one of our location pages. There's 35 of those. And it's called There's One More Thing Worth Considering. It's simply there to remind people that before comparing quotes, before comparing prices, it's worth taking a moment to think about how solar actually applies to their property, to your property. After all, two houses next door to each other can end up with completely different systems. Not because one installer is better than the other, but because the homes are different, the people living in them are different, and their future plans, they're different. I've spent years talking to homeowners who thought they only needed a quote, but very often what they really needed was someone to ask the right questions first. That's why every project we undertake starts with a structured solar performance assessment. Not because we're trying to make the process more complicated, quite the opposite. It's because once you understand how solar fits your own property and the way you live, the right decision usually becomes so much clearer. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to explore some of the questions homeowners often wish they'd asked earlier, have a look through our solar decision library. There's a link in the description below. You might discover there's one more thing worth considering for your home.